What's going on, everyone? Alex D here, and I am super excited to bring you episode 1 of Adjust Your Hustle. And for my very first episode ever, I wanted to talk about ways in which I can take you from here to here in 3 months or less. That's right, I said 3 months, from wherever you are right now to whatever success story you want to be. Now, I don't want to make this seem like this is some get-rich-quick scheme, but what these 3 months will do will put you on a path towards greater success than any other way that you can think of. So, there are 4 steps to becoming whatever you want in life. And the secret to most people's success is that what the successful people know is that it doesn't take much more than this formula. They just maximize the hell out of this formula. So, let's get right into it. Step number 1. You need to find your passion. It's the first step in any equation to any successful entrepreneur. If you want to make t-shirts, be the next Apple, be the next Scott Boras, be the next LeBron James, whatever it may be, you need to find your niche in which you get most excited about. And the reason why you need to find something that excites you is because it's gonna be the driving force to why you jump out of bed every day. If you are not passionate about what you're trying to accomplish, 2 things are probably going to occur. A few months down the road, you're gonna find yourself losing that motivation. And the reason why you're going to start losing it is because you were never that excited to begin with. You need to be so unbelievably excited about what you want to do in life that literally in 10 years from now, you're still just as excited. If you are not, then you really never were that passionate about it to begin with. So you might be thinking, is there anything in this world that for your entire life you could be so passionate about? And the answer is definitely yes. That doesn't mean that there aren't other things that you have interest in. It just means there tends to be one area in life that you find yourself most attracted to. So you have to find that. If you are one of those people right now where you're like, hey Alex, I really don't know what I'm passionate about, well guess what? You are not the only one. In fact, probably the majority of people watching this video aren't quite sure what they want to do in life. They feel stuck because they want to do something, they want to be successful, they want to leave the job that they're currently at, but they're just not sure what they want to do. And for those people watching, my answer for that is this. You have to go and experiment with new things. It's like when you went to college or high school, whatever education you've ever gotten before, the reason why you're supposed to go is because you want to try to figure out what interests you in life. So my solution is not to necessarily say go back to school, but pick up a book on different subjects. See what might catch your eye. Maybe you want to be the next greatest thing in art. Maybe you want to be the next greatest sports agent. Maybe you want to be the next greatest person of selling t-shirts. Who knows? Whatever it may be, if you're not sure what you're passionate about, well, go find out what you might like. That process might take 2 weeks, it might take 10 years, but I guarantee you the route to success will be a lot quicker by finding out what you're passionate about earlier than later. So that's number 1. You have to find your passion. Once you find your passion, you need to, what I call, number 2, reverse engineer your path. Now, what the hell does that mean? What most people do is they find their passion and they try to figure out what step 1 is. I'm telling you right now, that is the completely wrong approach. And the reason why that is because who the hell knows what step 1 is? Steve Jobs didn't know what step 1 is. Bill Gates did not know what step 1 was. But what they did know is they knew what they wanted the end result to be. They were so passionate about what they wanted to accomplish in life that they didn't bog themselves down with the small little details on how to get there. What they did do was take daily actions all the time until they figured out the solution to get them to their big giant goal. So instead of going for step 1, find your end game goal and reverse engineer it back to step 1. If X is the end game, Then figure out what why is, and so on, and work your way back. Not only will this give you a more clear path on what you need to do, but it's going to excite you because you've already figured out the way to get to the big goal. So you want to be the next Uber and make $50 billion? Most people think I'm crazy when I say, oh, you can do that I'm over-exaggerating, that I'm this big dreamer. If that's true, then why does Uber exist? What's holding you back is you. Anytime someone tells you, no, that's stupid, or your dreams are too big, or that's not actually possible, tell them to screw off. And all that matters is that you figure out what you want to do in life. All that matters is that you figure out the reverse engineering process to your path. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. If you have a passion great enough, and you can reverse engineer a plan to get to the big goal, everything else is just noise. Don't listen to it. So, step 1, find your passion. Step 2, reverse engineer the process to get to your end game goal. Number 3, you have to take action on the plan. Now, this is the most important one, because everyone in the world goes online and finds some motivating video like this is supposed to be, has a million different ideas, and by the time they're 75 years old, they've effectively been motivated with their ideas, sitting on their couch, telling their best friends how they're going to do it still. Do not be one of those people. Do not be that person that has the next great idea, the next Uber, the next Snapchat, the next Instagram, the next Facebook, and it never gets released into the world because you were too busy and concerned with making a plan. Plans are useless if you do not put them into action. So instead of having 25 great ideas, find your passion, reverse engineer your plan, take that one idea and go to work. Who cares if you don't know the first step? What you need to do is take action, experiment, see what works, and continuously make baby steps every single day. You know, people see companies like Apple and Uber and they go, wow, I wish only if I invented that. And you know what that is? That's an insult to the people who worked their butts off making those companies what they are today. Apple almost went bankrupt multiple times. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple twice. And now he's considered one of the greatest inventors in modern history. Why? Because he had a passion. He had his vision, and most importantly, he took action on that vision. He put in so much work on the day-to-day basis that what you see now is a product of years of daily actions that he took all the time. So don't worry about your ideas. Don't worry if your idea is good enough. If you are passionate enough about what you want to do in life, if you become the best at it, I guarantee you, you will be one wealthy, successful person from doing so. And the fourth step to this now is you have to experiment and adjust. So once you've found your passion, you reverse engineer your plan, you now take action, you now need to adjust based on the results that you got from the actions you took. Where most people go wrong is they take an action, they fail at it, and then they just stop. They quit. They're done. Throw the white towel in. What they don't realize is that usually, on average, and this is a true stat, look this up, the average company or the average entrepreneur will fail 18 times before they hit their next big thing. If you guys know the game Angry Birds, the app that's on your phone that every kid and adult play when they swipe the finger and the bird goes flying into the building, you know that same company failed 50 times, 50, as in didn't make a dime in any one of their apps. And then came Angry Birds, which is a multi-billion-dollar app. So if you are passionate about what you do, don't worry about failing. Failing is part of the process. What failing does is it teaches you what doesn't work. So instead of viewing failures as the way to quit things, use failures as one way in which you know doesn't work, which will get you closer to what will work. Don't let the naysayers bog you down. Don't let the daily failures make you upset about your idea and think that it's not worth it. But you have to adjust once you find out it doesn't work. Where people go wrong is they continue down this path of something that doesn't work, and all of a sudden they've dug a hole so big it's almost impossible to get out of. So you need to have the ability to adjust on your actions. If something doesn't work, move on to a new experiment. If that doesn't work, move on to another one. But you need to continuously putting in these daily tasks, these daily experiments, to see if your idea is the next Uber. So if you want to be, no pun intended, uber successful in this world, you have to go through this 4-point formula to get there. Find your passion. Reverse engineer your plan. See how to get to the big goal. Take action on that plan. And adjust through experimentation. If you maximize all 4 parts of that formula, I guarantee you, you will be more successful than anybody else that doesn't use that formula. There is no reason why in 3 months that if you start today, that you can't be well on your way to being the next greatest thing. Guys, I hope you took away at least one thing from this video. I want these videos to be used as a way and a tool for you to actually become successful. I am not here to just talk to the camera in my room. Whoops, getting a phone call. Sorry about that, guys. But go out there, implement this process, and I guarantee your world will change. Guys, thank you for listening to episode 1 of Adjust Your Hustle. Go out there, create that hustle, adjust that hustle, and go make it happen. I'll speak to you guys later. Peace.